Welcome back to Sacred Paws Weekly. I'm Jamie, and today I want to talk to you about something that hits close to home for a lot of us in midlife, especially women, and that is the pressure to make the holidays perfect. And the surprising truth that it is the imperfect moments are the ones that make our holidays memorable. If you're craving a more peaceful holiday season, subscribe so you don't miss any of our weekly pauses. Okay, so I want to get started by sharing my husband and we've decided over the years that we do a very non-traditional Thanksgiving. So when we were first married, we did the very, go to family houses, have the traditional Thanksgiving meal. But then when we had our own kids, we started making our own traditions. And one of my favorite ones is we do Thanksgiving at the beach. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, whoa, at the beach? No way could I do that. And some of you are going to be like, oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. So let me just say, at first, it did take me a little bit to get used to it, but now I love it. There's no formal dining room. There's no casserole dish that your aunt always makes that no one ever eats. There's no perfectly folded napkins. There's no Pinterest-worthy tablescapes or decorations. But honestly, I am so grateful for our beach Thanksgivings because it has taught me that it is those little imperfections that make the holidays magical and memorable for you and your family. Now, growing up, we had very much the traditional Thanksgiving. In fact, even I remember being pregnant with my first child, and my mom cooked the entire Thanksgiving meal inside our house, had this like tiny kitchen, and it was straight from 1970s. It was so gross. The appliances were so old, and my poor mom had she had to cook the entire Thanksgiving meal by herself in this tiny little kitchen because I couldn't even really fit in the kitchen with her because I was so pregnant. But here's the thing, I can't even remember that exact meal, but I remember that we were laughing. We couldn't both fit inside our kitchen. Then there's always the memorable year that the rolls burnt, or another year where we totally forgot to put out the rolls. There also was a year where the garbage disposal clogged up the night before Thanksgiving. And my poor husband, he was working so hard to fix it. And he was able to fix it after only, I think it was 2 trips to Lowe's. All those imperfect or not Pinterest-worthy moments are the ones that we remember. These are the real moments that we live. And our beach Thanksgiving is pretty much the same way. One year, the oven in the rental condo, it didn't work so well, so the turkey took way longer to heat up than normal. Or there was a time that the wind was so strong that it kept knocking over everything on the table. Or another favorite my kids always like to remember is we had gotten fancy disposable silverware, but the forks kept all breaking. So then we're eating with like little miniature forks trying to eat our food. But you know what? These are the things that we talk about and we laugh about when we reminisce about our different Thanksgiving holidays. The magic isn't in the menu. It isn't that you spent 10 hours preparing all this food. It is in the moments. And for us at the beach, it's long walks on the beach. It's the mismatched dishes of the rental unit we have. It is the salt in the air, and it is the unplanned, unexpected moments that make us feel alive. I used to think tradition had to look a certain way, but now I know better. Being present is greater than perfection. And honestly, I have really grown to be grateful for all those imperfections. Because here's the thing, for decades, for years and years and years, so many of us have been the ones that have held it all together to make the holidays feel special. We're the ones that remember all the details. We do all the planning. We get all the food. We create all the menus. We hold all the emotions that set the scene for the holiday. We are the ones that make the day feel magical. We are the ones that keep the traditions alive, even if those traditions actually drain us. That holiday pressure, it runs so deep. And then we kind of get to midlife and we suddenly think, do I really have to do all this? And I am making this video to help you remember that it is not selfish. It is not laziness. It is not you being ungrateful. If there are certain traditions that you just don't want to do anymore, this could be your soul saying, I want to experience my life. I want to be present in the holiday, not just micromanage it or try to control it. Because when you're trying to be perfect and have that perfect holiday, that actually steals the moments that you're trying to create. Being present brings those moments back. So at the time of recording this, we have Thanksgiving coming up, and then we roll right into Christmas and all the other holidays, whatever holiday you may celebrate. And so it is definitely the busiest time of year. So think about, what are the things that actually you want to do? What are the traditions you want to keep? And ask yourself, are there any that you can maybe let go of? If no one eats the sweet potato casserole, maybe you don't have to make it. Or in my case, I'm going to be very real here. I don't enjoy making the Thanksgiving meal. My mom always did it. And then even as an adult, I don't enjoy it. We have found a local caterer that does the whole Thanksgiving meal, and then all I have to do is warm it up. And I know some of you are like, oh, she doesn't cook Thanksgiving dinner. For those of you that enjoy it, then go ahead, keep doing it. But what I'm talking about is actually analyzing the things that you're stressed about, the things that you're doing, and do you really need to be doing those things? Does it bring you joy? Is it making you present? Are all these things, all this pressure you're putting on yourself and putting on the holiday, is it helping you or is it draining you? And if it's not sparking joy for you, I have to be honest, you may want to reevaluate, do you even need to do it? And of course, there may be people that don't agree with you, and it may be important to them. So then you have to decide, okay, is this something I have to do? Is it something I can delegate to someone else? Maybe it's time to train your kids on how to cook their favorite part of the meal. So there are lots of different options. It doesn't mean you have to cut that tradition out altogether, but is there another way it could be done? Or is it really important to you? I remember one Thanksgiving at the beach. It was the first holiday after my mom had passed, and my grandmother was there with us. And so we had done our traditional beach Thanksgiving meal, and we had everything and all ready the night before. And my grandmother turns to me, she's like, well, where's the cranberry sauce? And I was like, cranberry sauce? Because that was something I didn't really care for, my sister didn't care for, my kids don't eat. So we hadn't had cranberry sauce in like many years. But to my grandmother, that was something she really wanted. And to me, and because she was 90 years old, I thought she deserved to have what she wanted for the Thanksgiving meal. I went out to the grocery store the night before just to get her favorite cranberry sauce. So think about those traditions that are stressing you out and reevaluate them. Does it really need to be done? Could it be done in a different way? If it's something that's really draining you, ask yourself, does this need to really be done? And if so, could it be done a different way? Something that helps take it off your plate. So, whether you have a beach style Thanksgiving or a more traditional Thanksgiving, what is needed for you is to be present and have a sense of peace. As women, we've been so programmed to put on this perfect holiday meal and to make it memorable for everyone and to be the glue that's holding it all together. But here's the thing. I am giving you permission. It doesn't have to be perfect. What if instead of trying to make it perfect, we just focused on trying to be present and going through with a sense of peace? How different would that meal feel if you sit there and you are grateful and you have the sense of love and compassion and just overall sense of peace as you're sitting with the meal, enjoying it with your loved ones? How does that feel different than if you're running around the kitchen and the rolls are on fire and you sit down and you just chug your glass of wine and you're so amped up that your body is just like, I don't even have a word for it, but and your body is just all charged up. And you just sit down and you're like, does that feel better? Or does it feel better to have that sense of peace? Well, I'm going to share with you a simple micro exercise that you can do right now to help cultivate the sense of peace with the upcoming holidays. So, this is just a short practice. This isn't a creative, artistic practice. This is actually a nervous system regulation. So, we are going to help kind of calm your nervous system. We're going to do that right now so that you can carry this sense of peace into the holiday season. Okay, so you are going to need a sheet of paper. It could be sticky notes. I think I'm going to use sticky notes here. And you're going to need two colors. So it could be like a pencil and a pen. It could be two different colored markers. Whatever you have, just something that is two different colors. Okay, so go ahead, pause this video, get your sticky notes or just a sheet of paper and two different colors of pens, pencils, crayons, markers, doesn't matter what, just grab whatever you have. And then we're going to do this short practice. So, first thing, I want you to just go ahead, take a deep breath in and out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Okay, next we're going to take a deep breath in, but when we exhale out, we're actually going to scribble on our piece of paper. So choose one color, and when I say, we'll take a deep breath in, and then as we release the breath, you're going to just let your arm go and scribble all over that piece of paper. Okay, ready? Deep breath in and release. Go ahead, scribble all over. And if you don't have a piece of paper or pen, you can just do it in the air like this. Okay, stop. Okay, take another deep breath in, out through the mouth. All right, now we're going to draw a second scribble. I want you to choose your other color. And now we're just going to draw straight on top of that first scribble. But now we're going to do it slow and gentle with less pressure on the pen. Feel the difference in your body as you do it. Okay, so pick up your second color. We're going to take a deep breath in and release and just draw a simple, soft line. And as you do that, notice the difference in how your body feels. So, did you notice how much your body softened? How you shifted from all that pressure and anxiety to actually just finding presence in the moment, just through simple marks on a page. This is what creative expression can do because it gets out of your head and uses your body to get out all those emotions. Creative expression can help you regulate all that noise that's in your head and it makes space for more clarity. It brings you back to yourself. So now I just want you can journal about this or just sit and reflect. But what part of the holiday pressure can you loosen, release, or change for this year? Maybe it's letting go the idea of this perfect meal, the perfect table, the perfect schedule, the perfect performance. Maybe it's just letting all of that go and focusing on being present. And then, once you're done with that prompt, ask yourself, what do I actually want to feel? What do you want to feel this holiday season? Maybe it's peace, connection, laughter, lightness, present. And let this word, this feeling word, be your new tradition. So go ahead, pick a word or describe how you want to feel this holiday season. All right, and we're going to take one more deep breath in. We're going to exhale out and let your shoulders drop down. Let's go ahead, do that again. Deep breath in and out. You don't need a more perfect life. You need a more present one. You don't get there by doing more. You get there by releasing what no longer fits. And if you want more simple exercises to help you with this idea of letting go what you don't want and reclaiming more peace and presence in your life, we have the Midlife Audit Workbook, which is a great place to get started. I have the link below. This workbook will help you see exactly what you're holding on to and what you're ready to release, and simply what really matters to you right now. The link is down below. Go ahead, download it. It can take 10, 15 minutes, and it could help you feel that sense of peace and presence in your life. All right, I'm going to end this video here. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.